Look at how juicy this chicken came out. It is amazing. Not dry at all. So good. Hi friends, welcome to Rouse Rising. My name is Katie and today we are going to spatchcock and roast a chicken. So if you have ever done that before, let me know down below in the comments. What recipe did you use? How do you season it? What do you do to your chicken when you spatchcock it? So today we are going to make an garlic herb butter, and we are going to whip this butter up and use it underneath of the skin in the chicken, and then on top of the skin of the chicken we're going to be using some olive oil and some seasonings to season up the outside of the chicken to really crisp up that chicken skin while it roasts. And all of this chicken is going to go on a bed of roasted root vegetables, and we have a little squash here, a bunch of purple potatoes, yellow potatoes, and carrots. We also have some onions. So for the seasoning, or for the herb butter, we are going to do 2 tablespoons of parsley, and we're using unsalted butter. 2 tablespoons of parsley. And we're going to use 3 garlic cloves, crushed and chopped. Right, so we've got all of our vegetables fixed up in this pan, some kind of large pan. And we're just going to season these up. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Right, then now we're going to spatchcock this chicken, and to do that you get a very sharp pair of kitchen shears and you find the neck, and then you just cut the neck and spine out. You just cut along the back, and then we're going to use this in our chicken broth, chicken stock. And the reason why we're spatchcocking this chicken is to help it cook faster. There we go. Alright, we're going to take this spine and throw it back here in our croquette, because we're going to throw some vegetables in there and we're going to cook up a stock with all of that. And then we come back over here to our chicken and we are going to flip it upside down and push on it to break that bone, to crush that bone, and to get this to lay out flatter. Alright, and so once we have it laid out flat, we're going to take our butter concoction that we made earlier, and we're going to separate the skin on our chicken. Just go through with your fingers, get underneath the skin and separate it out. And we're just going to smash it in there. And this is 6 tablespoons of butter, 2 tablespoons of parsley, 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, and then we did 3 cloves of crushed and chopped garlic in there, and all of that is, this herbed butter is going to go inside of the chicken. why we don't put butter on the outside of the chicken so much, is because it can burn. So we just are putting the butter underneath the skin and all the herbs and everything, and that's really gonna get all this flavor in there. And then on the outside, we are gonna put olive oil and salt, pepper, and all of those good seasonings on the outside, as well as some of this herb butter from my hands. Okay, next up we're gonna do the outside of the chicken, and for that we're gonna do a little bit of smoked paprika. Just a touch there. I'm also gonna go in with a little bit of normal paprika. Alright, a little bit of olive oil on the outside. It's time to throw this chicken onto the root vegetables, and I'm just gonna tuck the chicken legs underneath of the body of the chicken, and then the wing part, so that they don't burn or overcook too fast, we're gonna flip them and twist them and wrap them underneath of the chicken body, and then we are gonna lay the chicken down, and that is how it is gonna bake in the oven. Now, I looked up various recipes online for how to bake this in the oven, but what I ended up doing was cooking it for well over 60 minutes at about 450 degrees. At one point I put a piece of foil over it to keep it from burning. All right, we're gonna pop this in the oven. It's preheated to 450 degrees. You might have to turn it down. It's gonna go in there for about 40 to 50 minutes. You just wanna make sure that your internal temperature of your chicken is cooked all the way through, and I'll put that temperature up on the screen. Here we go. See, asparagus goes along with roast chicken really, really well. So we're gonna take this huge bunch of asparagus and just snap the tough ends off, and we're gonna saute them in a little bit of olive oil, salt, and you can do some garlic or onion powder, whichever you prefer.
I've been trying my best for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on a fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just want to go my own way, gonna let the past burn down, cause honestly don't want to be stuck in boring conversations with you. I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now.
Coconut rice. It's just coconut cream, lime, salt, chicken broth. This is a spatchcock chicken. I kind of cut into it a little bit and let it cook a little bit more so it could cook all the way through. It is ready to go and beautiful. And then the asparagus, I'm gonna get this dished up and serve these hungry people. Look at how juicy this chicken came out. It is amazing, not dry at all. So good. I cooked it for 60 minutes. This is what we're doing with all the leftovers. We're pulling the meat off the bones. There's the neck. We're gonna add water to this. And then after this cooks for a while, we're gonna add some other stuff to it. But after that cooks for a while, we're gonna take the bones and everything out of it, and then we're gonna add these vegetables and puree it, and we're gonna have a delicious soup. This is a 5-quart coquette. So you can get them in a smaller Dutch oven size, but this is a taller version, and this allows for you to do bone-in roasts or large pots of soup. You can do souffles. You can do all sorts of things in this larger, taller crock pot from STAUB. And I am going to be simmering my chicken bones and vegetables and things in there to make a delicious broth. This is the 5-quart coquette or cocotte. I don't know what it is, you guys, but I'm going to leave a link for this down below. And right now, their website is having a huge sale. They're also having a sale on all of these Zwilling vacuum seal products and a variety of other things. So these are the cookies that we had. And I have the whole 32-piece set of vacuum sealing glass containers. But on their website, you can get those, and you can get the enamel-coated, beautiful cast iron cookware. And I got this was in beautiful grenadine. This is the color grenadine. They also had a really deep, dark, beautiful blue, and they have a variety of colors. It's already pre-seasoned on the inside and enameled on the outside. It's beautiful. So I'm going to pop this on the stove with some water and some other stuff and get it cooking. To make this chicken broth, we are using bay leaves, peppercorns, some freeze-dried turmeric that I recently freeze-dried, some freeze-dried ginger,
I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'm on my way now.
This smells amazing. I'm going to add some garlic cloves to it as well. And it wouldn't be Katie Rowe's soup. I'm going to start saying my last name is Rowe because that's what everybody thinks it is. So that's what we're going to change it to. We're going to use corrupted Katy Perry's apple cider vinegar. What the heck? I just found out about that. But I'm still going to use it, at least this bottle, until I get some apple cider vinegar from Azure. Hopefully it's not corrupted Katy Perry's, Bill Gates. But anyways, y'all get the idea. Just gonna let that simmer some more, put the lid back on it. And so far this pot hasn't boiled over with the lid on because it's got a specialty lid. So I just have it on a low simmer right now, and low flame, and let it go. You can can this up, or what I do is I'll just use most of this in the next couple of days in cooking. And you have a delicious homemade chicken broth with your roasted chicken carcass. It's amazing. Highly recommend. Also, check out that STAUB sale and the Zwilling vacuum sealed glass container sale. Amazing, amazing. Love it. The lovely Miss Hagen made this loaf of bread. Do you know how to get it out of there?
It's off.
Tilt it towards me. Yep, and then lift, make sure you grip it real good. All right, so we're gonna start heating up our pot. And right here I've got some chicken broth, and then we have some roasted vegetables from last night's chicken roast and some broth left over from that as well. And we're gonna get everything heated up in this pot and blend it up into a delicious soup.
I don't want to be trapped in a box.
Okay, these are all the leftovers. We're just gonna warm all these vegetables through, and that's all the fat and the seasoned herbed butter and everything from last night's chicken roast. And we are going to blend this up with the immersion blender and make a vegetable soup. Okay, so here I've just rinsed some lentils. I'm gonna add those in, and I'm gonna add more water. I'm gonna add about 2.5 cups water, or you can add more broth. So you do need to account for that if you're going to just be cooking your lentils in the same pot. I'm just going to allow these lentils to cook up in here over the next 15-20 minutes. You can cook them separately too, but I just am gonna do everything in one pot. This is the broth that we cooked up yesterday. I want to just be able to drink on this broth the next couple days. That's why I did I did a full quart from my pantry stores, and then this I'm just going to drink on, but as needed I'll just keep adding broth to this. Hopefully there's enough in there now. I don't want to dilute it too much, but I might also add in some other vegetables here in just a little bit. We added one sweet potato that I found in my potato drawer. So I'm just gonna pop the lid on this and let it simmer away for the next 15 minutes. All right, we've got some grilled cheese sandwiches with some homemade white bread that Hagen made in the bread machine. And then we are going to mix up our soup. Uh-oh, knocking stuff over. This is the kids' lunch today. We are serving up a blended root vegetable soup with some grilled cheese. This is mozzarella and cheddar.